not on the same one. All right, see how there's a little double arrow happening here? Now I can extend it from there as well. I can make it longer than 15 seconds by just dragging it out. Now it's 1 hour and 12 seconds. or something, right? So that's way too long. And you can grab things and trim them in as well. I'm going to actually go back. I'll highlight that, and it's easier for me to go in here. Instead of 39, let's just put 2.
Can you show us how you put the audio of the first clip over the other images?
Yes, that's a bit complicated. Can I just show another thing first? So this clip of me talking, remember I had a lot of
vegetables, broccoli, onion, rocket,
noise, right? So that's not great. I want to, sorry about this, stupid library. Oh, push cancel again. So I can actually trim this video here and cut stuff out of it without actually cutting it. So now it's going to be short, but if I want to extend it again later, all that footage is still there. It's not cut off. I can expand it. So you can actually grab clips from here and just make them smaller or bigger from here. All right, that's one way of reducing something. Let's do this one over here again, so I can play with this one. Now, this little arrow here in their settings expands things out so you can see more of it. I can use this space bar down the bottom to move things. All right, I'll just expand it a little bit. All right, there we go. So now I've got a bit more to see. This little thing, I can grab that and pull that up, change the sizes of any of these things. I can, right. So I want to make that bigger. How do I do that again? I've forgotten. Okay, so next to this arrow is this thing settings. I'm going to click on that, and we're not going to worry about all this stuff, but this little clip size is going to make that a little bit bigger as well. See on the bottom, there's audio. Right, and I can grab the arrow and make the audio. Now if I play, can't hear me?
How did you do that?
Yep. So I see that there's a little white line. Yeah. That's my audio. I'm actually grabbing it with those 2 arrows and I'm pulling it up. See all those bars come up now?
Here,
so you can reduce the sound level. But if we want to actually cut out, hang on, I'm sort of going a bit off script here. Okay, let's say we want to learn how to cut something. We are going to go, let me see. All right, so if you go down to number 10, to split a clip, move your cursor to the desired spot and click Command B. So I'm going to split my clip a little bit here. I've put my cursor there and I'm going Command B. Now we've got a clip here and a clip here. I can pick this clip up and move it anywhere else. All right, so I'm going to do another split. Command B. So now I've got 3 clips. They're all going to play into each other. There's nothing different, all right? But I actually want the audio on here. So I'm going to leave that connected. But the audio I want to disconnect from this visual because I'm going to replace that visual. So to disconnect, we want to go to split the audio, 13. And to split the audio from the sound, highlight the clip. So I've highlighted it by clicking on it. And then go Option, Command at the same time, and then click B. So I'm going to go those two, Option and Command, they're next to each other, and then B. Now, that audio is now movable. I can pick that up and I can move that to some other part. I'm going to put my voice over here. So let's see what it looks like with...
And I'll put a few extra clips in there. And this voice should go over some of the footage, hopefully.
Right.
They're growing vegetables.
Right, okay, stop. So let's just put it back for a moment. I've got to highlight it, then I can move it back here. Okay, I don't want that footage. I want to keep the audio in sequence of all the audio, but I want to put something else there. So let me grab, I'm going to put this one down in here. All right, I'll grab that one. Yep. Okay, and I'm actually going to remove that. I don't want that footage. All right, let's see what happens now. So we've got...
So I'm going to make a movie of our little veggie garden and what we're building, and I'll put a few extra clips in there, and this voice should go over some of the...
Right, so now I'm getting that thing where we want the voice to bleed into the next scene. Well, what say I want my voice over, like on Creatures of Place, his voice was already over the thing before we saw him. So I'm going to go back to this clip. I'm going to clip it again in half. So I'm going to go Command B. I've got two clips. I'm going to keep this one as is. But this first one, I just want my audio, and I want to do another clip there as well. In fact, I'll put the beginning of the block in there. So let's disconnect the audio. Command Option B, disconnected it. Let me get the clip from, I can get it from the front of the thing here. Oh, it's too much. I'm going to drag a new one down. This one. I'm going to put that movie in there. That's right.
Do they have to be matched in terms of duration, the audio?
They will a little bit, yeah. So, see, I'm going to just put that on there, join it to the end, and I'm going to get rid of that visual, and then I am going to reduce this. I might cut out the front and bring it down to the size of that audio. Haven't quite got it right. Is everyone following what I'm doing? Right, let's just see what happens there.
Hi everyone. So this may be too windy, but let's see. So I'm going to make a movie of our little veggie garden and what we're building, and I'll put a few extra...
So I want to get rid of that clip. Right, so now I should have audio with the block. Then, I don't know, I've probably got myself all mixed up here.
So this may be too windy, but let's see. And I'll put a few extra clips.
Yeah, I've mixed it all up, sorry. But this is the idea. You actually have to be quite careful when you cut the audio off, because you want to keep whatever you need synced together and synced, all right? And also I suggest when you start your interviews, just say, excuse me, I'm going to clap my hands in front of you with the movie camera rolling, because then you've got, what'll happen is there'll be a loud spike in this audio down here. It'll have a very high peak. It's very easy to match that with your hands touching.
Which is what they do.
That's why they have those clappers. Yeah, but you can use your hands. And there's a noise, so there's a peak in the audio, and there's a visual. And then when we expand this, we can go over here and really expand out everything a long way. And see how we're expanded out a long way now? I can see any peak. A peak would go right up high here, and I would be able to see the hands come together. Okay.
So you can sync the line.
You can sync.
That
Yeah, you always want to have a noise just to sync at the beginning. They will be synced anyway, but I'd do that in case you want to chop it a little. You've got a sync mark to go back to. If you get confused, yeah, just at the start. If you get completely mixed up and lose things, you have the originals here. You can start again, pull it down, try and play around. You're going to make mistakes. I've just made some mistake and thrown away something I shouldn't have. It's not the end of the world. It's all there. And it's all learning and playing. So far. Yes. Yeah.
So the footage I took plugged in on my phone, I edited on iMovie on this phone. Did you do the same?
I use Video Editor, which is Microsoft, but I do it on my computer.
Yeah, so you've got a PC. Yeah, and you've got a PC.
Yeah, it's shit.
But yeah, because I was looking at that just before class, I was having a look. Can you put the iMovie onto a PC? Obviously you can't. You've got to get a substitute. But just why I was just curious, like how you got your sound last week.
I got
looking at PCs and Apple computers.
Oh.
And iMovie.
Oh, so hang on. You've got iMovie in your phone, but not on your computer.
I've got it on. Well,
I've got
iPad. That's why.
Yeah.
iPad.
Well, you should be able to edit it on the iPad.
Yeah, I had a look at it before.
Yeah.
But like on the phone, it doesn't send up as many options as the laptop or the.
Yes.
Which is fine. I'm just
Yes.
trying to sort out where it all sits.
Okay.
Like in terms of.
You might be a bit more limited, maybe.
Yeah, and like with PCs, did you find that works good?
It seems to have all the same functions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
is usually the case with
Just like
these
I've got a
things.
PC laptop, so I'm just.
You could possibly do it on that. It should be very similar because they're basic editing. You can get beyond this, but it's beyond all of us. You need to have lots of lessons to learn a big program, but we don't want to do that. This is fine to make a very nice documentary, all right? So there's a few other things I want to show today because it just gets you going. And don't worry if you forget it all, because this week we're mainly focusing on getting your interview in the can, so to speak. All right, so it's more on the interview, but I want to start introducing you to what's going to happen, because some of you might want to start piecing some bits down onto a timeline and looking at footage and things. You might have some of that shots of Mary, that you open a project and start looking at in the preview and see what you think, Anyway, okay, so let me see. Where have I... I'm skipping around a little bit. Let's see if there's anything else here. Split the clip to adjust the photo length to split the audio. So I think we've pretty much gone through that first page, all right? So we're going to turn over, and now we're getting a little bit more advanced, but it's still simple. Give you some of this because then you can go away and do some of it.